Nightline, the decision continues. Here now, Rachel Scott.
At just 18 years old, Brooke Alexander is embracing the beauty and the monotony of motherhood.
Hello.
Times 2.
She's got a higher pitched cry, Olivia. Kendall's like, she'll just start screaming. It's not really a cry, it's like a scream.
I love you so much. I do.
Bottles, naps, tummy time.
Oh, look at the pixies.
Repeat.
On a good day, we wake up, and if they're still asleep, I'll eat some breakfast and maybe take a shower, and then I'll pump and feed them. By that time, they usually pass out. They are my day.
The Texas teen runs a tight schedule, but it doesn't really leave time for anything else right now.
When I try to get them to go to bed, just like walk back and forth. It's been a really big adjustment. I was used to working and being able to go out and just kind of be free.
Today, millions of women feel their sense of freedom is in jeopardy. Caught in a firestorm of uncertainty and a post-Roe America. From states beginning to put the issue on the ballot,
I feel really proud to be a Kansan tonight.
To the president taking executive action.
I said before, this fight is not over.
Behind the headlines, beyond the debate, hear from women caught between the law and a choice.
Me being able to access both my abortions did make me a better mother. I was able to choose motherhood on my terms.
One mother who knows what it means to choose abortion. Another who found herself facing the hardest decision of her life as time ran out.
Abortion didn't really seem like an option because of the law.
And what happens when you live in an abortion desert?
Our mamas come in and take classes.
We go inside a crisis pregnancy center and find out what makes some people call these places controversial and others life-saving. Brooke's unexpected journey into parenthood actually started last fall. At the same time, Texas was about to enforce what was then the most restrictive abortion ban in the country.
I found out about the law on Twitter. I mean, I think that I'm in the middle. I don't want to persuade people, I think. And everybody's opinion is different.
Texas Senate Bill 8 banned abortions after the 6th week of pregnancy.
It's not that I didn't want kids. I didn't want kids at 18. I wanted to wait until I was like at least 25, 27, something like that. I was actually on birth control. It was really heartbreaking. I really tried to not get pregnant. I felt like it was gonna ruin everything.
Brooke had only been seeing her boyfriend for a few months. Billy was still finishing high school, a standout student and skateboarder.
Me and Billy met at this skate park. We ended up texting each other on Instagram. It just kind of went on from there. We went to the mall and eventually he asked me to be his girlfriend. He was really responsible, and most boys his age aren't that way, and that was another thing that really attracted me to him.
With time ticking, the young couple had a lot to figure out.
I remember Billy saying, I'd prefer that you get an abortion, but it's ultimately your choice, and I want you to do what you want to do. I was just hoping that the pregnancy was under 6 weeks so I could get an abortion, but I knew that it probably wasn't.
If she wasn't, Brooke knew she was facing the dilemma: keep her pregnancy or travel hundreds of miles out of state for an abortion.
I have that. This is our sign.
Like Brooke, Malia Aziz knows what it's like to face an unplanned pregnancy young.
Let me know where.
She was in college, but her birth control failed.
My first abortion was about 8 to 9 years ago, and I was new to the country. I was an immigrant. I didn't know a whole lot. I ended up traveling to Colorado Springs, and thankfully I had a family member who could help me pay for it, but if I didn't, it scares me to think about what my reality could have been. Would y'all like one? Not everybody can afford to hop on a plane and go to another state and access the procedure. We need healthcare in all parts of the country, in every state. You can put it here if you'd like.
Malia's abortion experience led her to a career in advocacy.
You lower it a bit.
She's the community organizer for the Texas Equal Access Fund.
It's a pretty decent turnout.
And on this hot summer day, she is at Dallas City Hall to put on a rally just days after the Supreme Court overturned Roe versus Wade.
Can I speak to you?
Yes.
I work with the intelligence unit.
Yes.
There's a couple of groups that are coming out to counter.
Not surprised.
If for some reason they start coming in or causing issues, please flag down an officer and let them know.
We have been living this nightmare longer than most other people, and we are going to feel the impact of it more than some other states, unfortunately. Where are they? Where are the antis?
Jesus.
Texas is a very hostile state to abortion. And minorities, low-income people of color are really going to feel the burden of overturning Roe versus Wade. Despite the barriers, I could still have my abortion. Doing so allowed me to escape an abusive relationship, graduate from college with honors, build a family that I have now, and be a part of a career that I feel passionate about.
We first met Malia last year. Her daughter Maya was just 1 when she found out she was unexpectedly pregnant again. She and her husband decided they weren't ready for another baby so fast.
I have no shame, I have no regrets. My 2 abortions don't bother me.
Since the Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe versus Wade, the laws in many states have been thrown into confusion and chaos. Texas is one of at least 15 states that have ceased nearly all abortion services.
T-Fund has had to pause all helpline operations and other funding operations.
They know who abortion bans will affect.
We're focusing on advocacy right now, and then moving forward, when we have more information, we hope to be able to legally resume a lot of our operations.
We will make the system fall!
After finding out she was pregnant, Brooke needed to know how far along she was. There are no Planned Parenthoods or abortion providers in the Corpus Christi area. So like many people, she turned to a crisis pregnancy center.
It just seemed like a place where I can get an ultrasound and a pregnancy confirmation and kind of just give me some information.
Brooke went to the pregnancy center of the Coastal Bend.
When I walked in, I wanted an abortion. That was my goal.
I wasn't here that day, but heard about her immediately. So this is one of our 5 pregnancy centers.
Executive Director Jana Pinson gave us a tour of one location.
This is one of our rooms where we take them through their options about adoption, about parenting, and about abortion. As soon as we get that positive pregnancy test, we take them to the ultrasound room. This is our lab where we do pregnancy tests, we do STD testing, and this is our ultrasound room. We show them what's exactly in their womb, and that speaks for itself. So if she'd come to us and seen these babies and chosen abortion, we would have loved her just the same. Nobody wants to have an abortion. You don't grow up going, man, I'd love to have an abortion someday, right? And so it's a crisis and it's a huge decision.
There are more than 2,500 locations known as crisis pregnancy centers across the United States. They are nonprofit organizations, often faith-based, and advertise free ultrasounds and pregnancy information. While they sometimes employ doctors and nurses, they are not usually certified medical clinics. Nationally, they outnumber abortion providers by a 3-to-1 margin. In Texas, that ratio is at least 9-to-1. We asked Pinson to walk us through how they assess clients when they arrive.
If a girl walks into any one of our centers and she's abortion-minded or she's thinking about abortion that day, we'll send the nurse immediately. Abortion-minded is that is the only thing they're thinking. Like they don't see another thought, another way out. Abortion vulnerable is someone who doesn't know what they're going to do. And then we have likely to carry that we call them. And those are the people that come in and they're just happy to be pregnant.
It was on the ultrasound here that Brooke discovered she wasn't just past the 6-week mark, she was well past it. And
She goes, do twins run in your family? And I said, no. And she goes, I think there's 2. And I said, are you sure? like terrified, are you sure?
Brooke says she left that day in shock.
I think abortion was still on my mind. I think it took a little while for me to completely accept it.
Still ahead, answering criticism.
They are not replacements for clinics. They should be shut down and defunded entirely.
We never force anyone to do anything.
Plus, Brooke makes plans for the future.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.